Now this chapter is creating art with code.org. So what you're going to do is write something, use these blocks somewhere, and try to make some artistic shape with the character that you have here. First thing that you want to do is when you say that when run, the first thing that you want to do is select a color. Maybe you want the color to be blue or any color of your choice. So whichever color you will select, the pen color will change to that color, and your character will start drawing shapes in that. Will start drawing shapes in that you can say color. Now we would want a character to move again for the square. Let's say that we want to do the square. What we are going to do is ask a character to move forward and then turn left by 90 degrees and repeat it 4 times. If it is repeated 4 times, this would be able to complete a square.
I knew that.
Yes, we have already done that practice in Scratch as well. So you guys can decode it. You can see how to do it. Now there another interesting thing is jump 100 pixels, jump forward by let's say 50 pixels I would say, and then do the same thing again. This time, let's say, ask it to turn right by 90 degrees and move forward by 100 pixels. Let's see what happens now. Now you can draw another shape here as well.
That made the double square.
Sorry?
That made a double square close to each other. Like a wheel.
Yes, if you want to make a double square, you can change this 50 to 100 as well. And then you are going to draw something like that. And if you even don't want to have this kind of a square, you just want 2 squares on top of each other, you can do the same thing like that as well. Now this looks like an 8 also. Let's say that I add a jump here, that I ask it to turn right by 180 degrees and start drawing. Start doing the same thing again. Repeat 4 times. Move forward by 100 pixels. Turn left by 90 degrees. And again repeat 4 times. Move forward by 100 pixels and turn right by 90 degrees. Let's see what happens now. So how many squares have you made now?
You have made 4 squares together, making a level 2 big square.
Yes, 1 big square and 4 small squares. Now let's say that I want to draw another square here, but in the middle I want to draw another square. So
Who made a window?
Let's say that we jump by 50 pixels now again, and after jumping by 50 pixels, I ask my character to turn right by 45 degrees this time, and after that repeat the same thing again, like move forward.
Oh, this is a big code.
And move forward by 100 pixels. Move forward by 100 pixels and turn right by 90 degrees. Now what would happen? First, it will draw the four shapes again, the four squares again, the way we did previously. And after that, it is going to draw something else that is amazing. How is that?
Turn the entire square like a diamond.
Yes, it has turned the square into a diamond. Let's say that I now change it from 100 to 50 actually. 50. What is it going to do? When it is
Probably
100
make
and I
the
want it to turn towards left instead of turning towards right. What happens after that? Another interesting shape is going to be formed. Now the shape is a little different.
a diamond on a window.
Now the shape is going to again be a little different. Now let's say that I want my character to have different color of object every time, so that I can change the color from here as well. I just need to keep picking the turn right option and keep on picking a different color for every shape that I want. Just set color option, use the set color option before every shape, and you will have a pattern of many colors. Now you will see that we will have a pattern of many different colors.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Now you have a pattern of many different colors. Now let's say that instead of doing that, what I do is turn this to left side and move forward by not 100 but actually 100 and how many pixels? Let me guess.
50.
100 square plus 100 squares.
20. 200. 150.
Okay, 150.
10,000.
Okay, 150, 150.
10,000. I think it increases its length. It's much bigger now.
Yeah, it's much bigger now.
Teacher, can you make all the shape bigger? They are so big, we cannot even see, we can only see half of it. Yes.
Let's make it to 50 then.
Wow, that was very small. It's like a diamond.
Yes, you can change the
If
color.
you turn a diamond,
have different
diamond.
shapes with different colors.
Teacher, if you add the diamond on the top, it will look.
Now this diagram is going to help you to draw as many kind of shapes. Currently we are drawing like only squares and all, but we can also try to. Yes, Ayar, you want to say something? We can also draw some heptagon as well.
If you put a diamond on the top of the square, it will look like a ball with a giant diamond on.
Yeah, with a tiny diamond. So we can always change the shape type by choosing a different time of repetition and different kind of, you can say. See, now I have drawn a different shape. Now this is a hexagon. This was a hexagon actually. Now a hexagon. Now a hexagon basically it works a little differently. Hexagon has 6 sides and it has 6 equal sides. It's just like um, a rectangle, but instead of having 4 sides, it has 6 sides. So that is how you draw a hexagon as well. Now we'll go to the next lesson and see what is there in the next lesson. Now we have made many pictures here. Now we would want to go to the next lesson and want to see what can we do there. Now this one here is basically asking us, let's make a cage for my pet monster. Drag blocks onto the screen to have the artist draw over the gray lines in the picture. Each line is 100 pixels long. So we just have to cover up these 2 lines, these gray lines. So to cover these 2 lines, what we have to do is move forward 100 steps, turn left by 90 degrees, and then move forward 100 steps again. When we will
teach, sir, what is the meaning of pixels?
What is the meaning of
pixels?
Yes, what is the meaning of the pixel? That's a very interesting question. When we say the word pixel, it basically means a column on the screen. Let's say that if our screen looked like that, I will try to show it here on the scratch as well, if we can have it. Actually, no, I can't draw it here. Okay, let me show you it on the Google. Grid lines and let's just say that if our screen looked something like this. What you can see here, it's a very small picture actually, but what you can see here is there are a lot of, I'll try to see if there is a bigger picture available. This sound is a little bigger. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah.
What do you see on my screen?
I can see whiteboard. I can see a whiteboard.
You can see this kind of a board as well. Okay. If let's say that if our screen looked like this, that it had many vertical lines and many horizontal lines. So every point that they would join at, we could have called it so let's say that if I had we had a screen that looked like this, that it had many vertical lines like that and many horizontal lines like that. In that way, this intersection where these lines are joining each other, we could have called it a pixel. So a pixel is a combination. A pixel is a intersection basically of a vertical and a horizontal line on the screen. We actually do not see these vertical and horizontal lines on this screen, but these vertical and horizontal lines are basically what make our screen locatable on our screen. So every point here is locatable. Why? Because it is a certain number of vertical line and a certain number of horizontal line crossing each other. So this crossing of every vertical and horizontal line, this is called a pixel. So this way we have many lines crossing each other. So we have many pixels here. Similarly, we have many pixels on our phone screens as well and on our laptop screens as well. So all these verticals and horizontal lines, they cross each other, and wherever they are going to cross, they are going to form a pixel. So
okay, I got it.
You got it. So that is how these measurements are done on the screen as well. Any measurement that we do on the screen, that basically is done through pixels. That basically is done through pixels. On the screen or on display for everything, we do not measure in let's say centimeters or inches. We try to measure in pixels because that is how the screens are displayed. They have pixels instead of centimeters, meters, inches and all. So this exercise would be very fun for you. So what you have to do is make sure that your character completes this square by moving forward and then moving backwards. But before you start, you need to make sure that you select the perfect color for that. So you can select the black color, move forward by 100 pixels. Each line is 100 pixels long, as they have told us that we have to complete this
And
line that
turn
is 100
right.
pixels. That is why we are moving only 100 pixels. After we reach here, we would want to turn. We would want to turn left or right. This character would want to turn on the left side. So it would turn left, and after that it will move forward. And it would be able to complete a square. Oh, maybe we
See,
took
I
a
was
wrong
right.
turn. So if we turn towards right on this side, so this is going to work fine. And after that, we can continue. We can continue to the next lesson and see what is there in the next lesson. Currently, what we want is we want to create this whole square. The half of the code is there, but we need to tell how many times we want to repeat this process. We want to repeat this process 4 times. And after repeating this process 4 times, we are sure that we would be able to complete a square. The only thing that I missed in this one was to set the color, but we can set any color that we want. Walaikum assalam. So it doesn't matter whichever color you are using, until and unless you are selecting the color to complete it, it would work fine. And same goes with the next lesson as well. So if I change it to a black color, we will complete it again. And we can continue with the next lesson also. Similarly, we have 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 7 lessons are for your skill building, and 8, 9, and 10 are for challenge and practice. Now, what you have to do is you have to create a triangle. In order to create a triangle, what you need to do is move forward by 100 pixels, and they have asked you to turn 120 degrees. You just need to decide which side you want to turn, left or right. I would say that we want to turn left by 120 degrees and repeat this whole process 3 times so that we make a triangle. How many sides are there in a triangle?
3.
3. So that is why we would have to repeat this process 3 times. So when we repeat this process 3 times, we would be able to make a rectangle. Now, if we want to make the rectangle the same color as the spaceship is or a rocket is, we can set the color here as well and choose the color that suits it the best and do that again. The sixth one, now what it says is, now we have to make a rectangle instead of a square. Finish this tag by drawing a rectangle around the outside. So we need to draw a rectangle. The long sides are 200 pixels and the short sides are 100 pixels. Now a rectangle works like that it has 4 sides. So our character would have to move 4 times. So I will add these 4 lines here. Firstly, it has to move on the longer side, so I would want to make it to 200 pixels, as they have told me that the longer side is 200 pixels. Then 100 and then 200 again. But if I run this code, it is going to run in the same direction. Why is it happening? Just because I haven't told my character to turn anywhere. So I would ask it to turn also 90 degrees after every time. After every time it is going to stop. After every time it is going to complete one line, it is going to turn right by 90 degrees. That is how this rectangle is going to be made. So making a rectangle is kind of easier. You can do the same code as well. Remove this one and add this repeat process here. So if you repeat this process now 2 times, you are going to complete this rectangle. So a rectangle has opposite sides equal. The longer sides both are 200 pixels and both these shorter sides are 100 pixels. Both the sides on the opposite sides, both the opposite sides are the same size. They are not different. They have the same size. So after completing this, we are going to go for the next lesson. Let's continue to the next lesson. And now the next lesson is that we have to again create another tag. This is a square with 200 pixels. All we have to do is just select the right angle. If I move forward by right now and try to make it move forward, I would be able to see that it's moving in the perfect direction I would want it to. So I just need to change the size to 200 pixels. Set the color of my choice if I want to select a different color, and then turn left by 90 degrees every time we reach there, and do this process. Because we are trying to draw a square, so we would have to do this process 4 times. So let's complete this process 4 times and see what happens. Perfect. After that, we have a challenge exercise. Challenge puzzles are lessons designed to stretch your brain. Now this is where you have to think. Now if you would be able to see that we now have to mark 6 sides and not 3 sides. We have to mark 6 sides. But these 6 sides are identical. First, I would ask my character to move, let's say, 150 pixels so that it reaches here. After that, I would want it to turn. Now I'm going to ask it to turn towards the right side by 45 degree and make a line of 75 pixels. So I have made it till here. But if I repeat this process 2 times, I would reach there. So there is a problem right now. The problem here is that we should not have turned 45 the second time. Instead, we should have turned by a bigger angle, that is 90 degrees. So I'm adding turn 95 here and then move forward again by 75 pixels, and let's see that where do we reach. Currently, we have almost 2 minutes left with this lesson, so I would want to complete it. Although the recording is being done, so you can practice that through the recordings as well. Now, I would want my character to again take 100 steps forward, follow the same code, move 100 steps forward. Once it reaches there,
Teacher, can you explain everything again? My computer disconnected.
don't worry, Ayad. I'm recording the lesson, so I'll share the recording with you.
Okay.
So instead of 100, let's make it 150, so that our character completes 150 dash and reaches this point. Now we have to draw just 2 more lines. First line is 45 degrees. My character would now have to turn right again by 45 degrees and draw a line forward by again 75 pixels. After that, I would want my character to turn right by 90 degrees and draw another line forward by 75 pixels. Now when I will run this code, I hope that it would work fine. What I can do is just try to add different color before every line so that every line can be displayed through a different color. The simplest hint is every time you are putting the move forward block, you can add a color block with that. Let's say this is red and this is red.